Have you ever gone out for a dive only to find that the water clarity is utter rubbish? So you end up taking some mussels. Let's say you took your entire allocation of 50 mussels.
The big hole.
How much meat would you get? Right here we have 50 mussels. This is 50 exactly. And we're going to find out how much meat we can get from 50 mussels. Because the thing about kutai is that they are arguably the most accessible and abundant shellfish in all of New Zealand. So we went out for a dive recently and didn't quite go as you expect anyway. But anyway, I've been wanting to make this video regarding how much meat can you get out of 50 mussels. So let's just rewind a little bit and I'll show you the dive.
Choking it, Jimmy. Pull that choke out. There you go. Put it in now.
This was the first dive of the season and I hadn't started the outboard motor for quite some time. I was fortunate enough to have Chris with me and he had to give me a little bit of schooling on how to get my outboard started. Now heading out we could sort of tell that oh no, look at the water. Not so flash, not so great. Sometimes in life you have this picture in your head of how you envisage the dive is going to go, of how you want it to go. And then reality steps in and slaps you across the face and says, no, you ain't getting it. It ain't going to be like that for you. No.
That's actually not a bad spot to sit in.
Alright, we're here in Taylor's Mistake. I'm here with Chris. It's murky, but we're out here on a really calm day, hoping to have at least a nice swim, if nothing else.
So what do you think of the water temperature today? It's not too bad, huh? About 11?
11's a bit nippy.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly murky. But the boating conditions today are fairly good. Oh. Chris is already in the water. Have a swim around these rocks and see what's here. So we headed from Sumner to Boulder Bay, and as I said previously, I had this picture in my head, and it was from watching this one particular video over and over. It was from Spearfishing 213, the Godly Heads dive. And it wasn't a terribly successful dive mission for them, but the conditions were good, and the footage was good. They got out, they gave it a go, and it was pretty clear water. Unfortunately, on this particular day, it wasn't clear water for us.
Have you dived out yet? Yeah. Actually, I think I'm going to go get that powered knife and just put it around my wrist.
Sitting in the water and collecting myself and calming myself and getting ready, I dive down a few times and I have a look. And on this particular dive right here, I actually had to rescue my own snorkel.
Come off.
Chris was a lot more keen than I was, but for me, not so much. I mean, look at the water. It's not even green, it's like brown as well. So I saw this rock wall over there and I thought, okay, I'm going to make my way over that rock wall and I'm going to collect my entire allocation of 50 mussels. I've never taken the whole 50 before, but let's do the whole 50. As I said, I've never taken the entire 50 before, so I'm sort of going to leave this in almost real time, just alternating between the two GoPro cameras, and I want to just draw your attention to this little cool thing that I built here. Now when you look down at my left hand here, I've actually got a crayfish net. Now I didn't make that crayfish net, but the crayfish net is threaded into a strip of aluminium checker plate. So I had this strip left over from another project that I'd built, and I worked out some rough dimensions and I bent it and I bent it and bent it and bent it and bent it, and then drilled holes in it, put bolts in it, and then threaded the crayfish net through, and I built a handle for it as well. And so it actually does the same thing, it's the same purpose, the same function as those other pre-built nets that you get with the, you know, like the kinner bag, the kinner net, those types of nets. It does the same things. You can technically put anything in that'll actually fit through that gap at the top. So I was quite happy with how well this homemade thing worked out, and the cost of the crayfish net was about $30, but had I have bought this item rather than making it myself, it would have cost probably $70, so I saved a bit of money on that one.
Nice to be able to meet on sand as well. Oh yeah.
But probably want to make sure we count them before we go back. Sometimes fisheries officers do show up there, you know.
Get your nose on the bottom, eh?
Yeah.
I've seen power though, I've seen about 12 power.
Yeah.
But it's too small. Sorry man.
I got to get back on the boat now.
Oh yeah, I'll just have another minute look.
Oh, the visibility is utter shit. Utter shit. Oh, man. But Chris is keen. He's having a go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Yep. You're a little more picky than I am. What's that? Oh, your mussels. The big haul.
Yeah. Oh, I was just diving down and grabbing them. Yeah, a bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, got slight pea soup. What we need out, we just went out and play about. Yeah, got
No, you don't get the mussels. No. That cute thing's not going to work. Alright? Because what we're doing with the mussels is we're actually just going to chop them up and then freeze them. And we're just going to see how much meat we can get out of them. And it's meat for me, it's not meat for you. You understand? So just forget about it. Now I'm not actually going to clean all of the barnacles off the mussels, which I may rue this decision. I may live to regret the decision. The idea is not to completely boil them. The idea is to heat them just to get them opened up. And then we're going to put them in the blender and chop them up. Why don't you say hi to the people watching on the YouTube channel? As I do this, I'm trying not to sort of break apart the all of the barnacles on them, because, you know, cleaning barnacles off of the shells is always a bloody awful, arduous process. But, you know, doing this, just getting the getting them open without having to clean off the barnacles, that's sort of the ideal thing. Well, there it is. That's 50 mussels, medium sized. It's pretty gross, isn't it? So there we have, we've finished mussels, 10th of October 2022. 50 mussels, medium sized, in one tray. So it doesn't look like a lot, and it kind of isn't, but you can make mussel patties out of this. You know, you get your mussel and some egg and some flour, some chopped up onion, and it, you know, the flour does a lot to make it bigger. So yeah, we've got minced mussels now in the freezer. And there we got mussels, onion, baking soda, flour, salt and pepper. And we're about to fry them up. Well, that is only half of that tray of mussels. That's a lot of mussel fritter. Mussel fritter. Mmm. Next episode, it's the beginning of the season double banger for the South Island Spearfishing and Freediving Club. 2 dives, Littleton and Tangaroa, squashed into one epic, huge day of diving. You've got to check this one out. So in this video we had mussels. Do you like mussels? Well, if you do like mussels, check out this video here where I got some mussels and I constructed a seafood pizza from mussels.